Welcome to another edition of Sticks-n-Stonez. I am your host, Brent Elrod, coming to you from the cozy confines here on the patio at the No Shoes Bar and Grill, deep in the heart of the Republic of Texas. I have a great show for you today. I am pairing a Drew Estate Herrera Esteli Brazilian paired with Laphroaig 10-year-old Scotch. It's going to be an exciting show, so we are going to dive right in, pop the cork, cut the stick, and get to toasting right after this. Now, the Drew Estate Herrera Esteli Brazilian Maduro is a Nicaraguan cigar. This particular stick is a Robusto Grande, which is 5 1/4 by 52 on the ring gauge. The filler is Nicaraguan. The binder is a Connecticut broadleaf, and the wrapper is a Brazil Mata Fina. It is a full-strength cigar that visually is a beautiful, beautiful dark brown. It's got minimal veining, tight yet visible seams, and a triple cap. Now on the nose, I get leather, some fresh earth, maybe a little bit of coffee, some hints of cedar, and something along the lines of like pipe tobacco, kind of that sweet tobacco-y aroma. Now, we are going to cut this using our Cigarism hollow cutter. Just take off a little bit, just like that. A perfect clean cut, courtesy of my friends over at Cigarism. Stop by their Amazon store and see them. They have everything you could possibly want for the cigar smoker or pipe smoker. Now in the cold draw, this is a very easy draw. I get some notes of maybe like saddle leather, a little bit of spice, some chocolate. I get more earth and kind of a creamy sweetness. So this is just a wonderful stick. I think it is going to be a good one for us. Now, Laphroaig 10-year. Laphroaig has been distilling since about 1815. It was originally distilled with just the leftover grain that was not used for cattle feed. However, in the 1830s and 40s, it began distilling commercially and is now a member of the Beam Suntory group. It is an Islay Scotch, so it is a little bit outside of my normal regions, but I try to be fair. It is 40% alcohol by volume. That's 80 proof. The mash bill is 100% malted barley, and it is aged 10 years in ex-bourbon barrels. So let's go ahead and uncork it. That's a wonderful sound, isn't it? Sorry, I had to cough there, so I muted for just a second. I didn't want to cough in all your ears. All right, now visually, this is a beautiful, beautiful golden color. I mean, no like reddish hues in it or anything, just a beautiful light gold, almost like what you would think of as like a ripe wheat field. On the nose, now on the nose, this is an Islay, which is known for smoking peat. So I do get a lot of peat and smoke forward. I'm also getting kind of a saltiness from the ocean. A little bit of citrus, maybe a slight hint of sweetness on the nose. And I am picking up something along the lines of what I would call like a kind of a chemical-y or fueliness in it. That could be some of the iodine kind of coming through from the salt in the sea. Okay, very interesting nose on that, but let's not dwell. All right, on the palate. Wow. Okay. There's a lot there for me to digest. Give me just a moment. Okay. It is peat forward with, it's more than just smokiness. It's almost like a little ash from the fire, I think. But I'm also picking up some notes of honey. Let me try another drink here because I think I'm picking up a little citrus in there too. Yeah, I pick up a little bit of like oranges and that salty, oceany, iodine kind of flavor. That sort of chemical-y note that was on the nose. It does come through on the palate as well. It's not really what I would go for, but I'm going to be fair in the review. Let's try another drink. This will be number 3. I will say it has an excellent mouthfeel. It's got just enough oily, coaty kind of goodness to it, but not too much where it leaves you kind of smacking afterwards, trying to get rid of it. None of that. It's got some really good notes in it, some honey and some citrus, and it's just a little heavy on the smoke and peat for me. But let's go ahead and fire up our stick and get these tried together. Excellent amount of smoke coming off the stick. Very easy draw. Part of that, I believe, is the cigar, and part of it is that great cigarism cutter that I've got. I used my Rocky Patel Envoy 5-torch from about 2 inches away. That has got just loads of great creamy smoke coming off of it. I get a little bit of like black pepper and a little bit of earth, some leather and cedar, a hint of espresso, and some orange peel. And then again, I think I told you I picked up like a little bit of pipe tobacco in the nose. I also get that a little bit now that the stick is lit. That's a really good smoke. Now, it's not burning very even. I will keep an eye on that as we go along and see if that was me or if that's actually the stick. But let's go ahead and try these together. I actually will say those go pretty well together. The smoke actually seems to tamp down some of the smokiness and peatiness in the Laphroaig. That is amazing. I was all set to start heading down a road. This is going to be a terrible matchup. The stick is great, but that first drink together was really good. Now the orange and citrus is pairing together with the earth and oranges, honey, peaty flavors off the Scotch. There is that still that kind of light chemically note that is a little distracting, but I'm going to go ahead and burn this stick down to the halfway mark, and I will come back and give you an update. Hey Stoners, I am back. Here at the halfway mark, the Herrera Brazilian is giving off some really good notes of pepper and earth, and bringing in a little cedar and espresso and the pipe tobacco, and it still has that kind of creamy sweetness, but the chocolate has kind of come to the forefront, which is really good. And this is really a good stick. On the Scotch, I mean, I can see the attraction now that I'm actually able to marry the smoke and the spirit up together, and I do my typical, take in some smoke in my mouth, and then I blow it down in the glass, and then I take a drink, and it really goes. They go well together. I don't know that I could just sit down and drink a glass. I think I would have to have this cigar lit right beside me. There is, like I said, the honey and the oranges, which marry well to the stick, and the peat does kind of marry pretty well in there. I'm just not a smoky, peaty Scotch kind of guy, and I'm still sort of distracted by that slight chemical note, and I do believe it's just in the background, but I do believe it's coming from that salty sea piece that is in there, and it's just kind of an iodine-y. I'm describing it as chemical, but it's just kind of I guess that's the best way I could say it, is it's kind of like an iodine. But I am going to go ahead and burn the stick down to the band, and I will come back and give you my final thoughts. Hey Stoners, I am back. We are almost down to the band, and our glass is almost empty. The Drew Estate Herrera Esteli Brazilian was an excellent stick. In the last half, the pepper kind of ramped up a little bit, and that was accompanied by the earth. And remember, I said the chocolate was coming forward a lot at the halfway mark. That kind of switched to more of a cocoa, and the other flavors still lingered there subtly in the background. The leather and espresso and kind of that citrusy sweetness. The Laphroaig 10-year, while it was not exactly my cup of tea, it did offer some really nice notes of honey and citrus, and I did for the most part enjoy that nice kind of ocean saltiness. But it was Islay, and I'm not a big fan of Islay, the smoke and the peat. I do like Bruichlladic's Classic Laddie, but that's it's Islay, but it's low smoke, low peat. I would give the Herrera Esteli Brazilian a 91 matchsticks out of 100. It was really a great smoke that I would recommend keeping in your humidor. The Laphroaig, even though I'm not a big fan, it was a little too smoky and peaty for me. It did have some positive attributes. If you're an Islay fan, then it might be right up your alley. I tend to like more of the Highland, Spacesides, that kind of thing. It did go well with this stick. Like I said, when I would take smoke into my mouth, take a drink, and they blend together, they blended very well. It was just when I tried the spirit alone that I wasn't quite as much of a fan. That is it for today's episode. I want to thank all of you for listening. Please hit like, subscribe, share, notify so you can stay caught up with my latest episodes and when I drop new content. Tell your friends. Since I moved over to Podbean, listenership is exploding, and I am very grateful to everyone that is tuning in. Leave me comments, send me DMs, let me know what you think of the show, or send me a request, or just say hi. I want to thank my friends over at Cigarism Accessory, Cigarism_accessory on Amazon, and they can hook you up with some really great cigar accessories, cutters, lighters, travel humidors, all that kind of stuff. They've got you taken care of, and I really appreciate them sticking with the show. Until we get to fire up again, keep your sticks dry, your stones cold, and have a great day.